biggest mistakes buyers are making right now is thinking that waiting automatically is going to put them in a better position. And I understand why people feel that way. Interest rates are high, home prices feel uncertain, the news is confusing, and everywhere you look, somebody is telling you something different. One person says, buy now before the rates get even higher, while someone else says, wait until those interest rates come back down, and then yet another person says the market's gonna crash. So if you're a buyer, it can feel almost impossible to know what the right move actually is. But here's what I want you to understand right up front. The biggest mistake isn't necessarily buying right now, and it's not necessarily waiting. The biggest mistake is either decision without a clear strategy in place. Because waiting, it can be smart. But waiting without a plan can quietly cost you more than you even realize. Hi, I'm Spencer Argueta with Elevate Realty, and today I want to break down how buyers should think about this market with more clarity and less fear. This is not meant to pressure you into buying. There are absolutely situations where waiting does make sense. If you need to save more money, improve your credit, stabilize your income, or get clearer on what you actually want to purchase, waiting can be a very smart decision. But what I don't want to confuse with waiting is preparing. Those two things are very different. Waiting is passive, preparing is strategic. The reason so many buyers feel stuck right now is because they are trying to make a long-term decision in a very noisy market. Then you add the interest rates, home prices, inventory, inflation, social media opinions, news headlines, AI, advice from everybody around you. So what happens? A lot of buyers freeze. They say, I'll just wait. Again, waiting is not automatically wrong, but here's the part most buyers don't think about. Waiting feels safe because it delays the decision. But delaying the decision does not automatically remove the risk. It just moves the risk into the future. And that's what buyers get surprised by. They think that they're avoiding risk by waiting, but sometimes they're just trading one type of risk for another. If you buy now, the risk might be that the rates are higher than you would like them to be. If you wait, the risk might be that the prices move, competition increases, inventory gets tighter, or your personal situation changes. So the question should not just be, is it risky to buy right now? The better question is, what are the risks of buying and what are the risks of you waiting? The real mistake buyers are making right now is trying to time the market instead of understanding their position. Trying to time the market sounds like this. I'm going to wait for prices to drop. I'm going to wait for the interest rates to come down. I'm going to wait until things feel normal again. But real estate almost never gives you the perfect moment. So if your entire strategy is waiting for everything to line up perfectly, you may end up waiting for a version of the market that never actually shows up. It means the goal should not be to find the perfect market. The goal should be to make smart decisions in the market that actually exists. Now, the biggest thing that buyers are focused on right now is interest rates. And I get it, rates matter, but they're not the whole story. A lot of buyers think if rates come down, buying automatically gets easier, but not always. Because if rates come down, you may not be the only buyer who comes back to the market. A lot of buyers may come back too, and when more buyers come back, competition increases. So yes, a lower rate can help you improve your payment, but if the market becomes more competitive at the same time, the full picture may not be as simple as people think. That's why buyers need to look at the entire equation. Not just the rate. A good real estate decision is rarely based on one number. It's based on the full picture. So here's something I want buyers to understand. Waiting has a cost. If you are waiting only because you hope the market becomes easier, you need to be honest about what that waiting period is actually doing for you. Are you getting stronger while you wait? Are you just delaying because you're nervous? That's the difference. But if you wait 6 months and do nothing, you may be in the exact same position later, except that the market may have changed all around you. That's where buyers get themselves into trouble. They think that time alone will solve the problem, but time doesn't automatically create clarity. Preparation creates clarity. Inaction is still a decision. Not making a decision is still shaping your future options. So instead of only asking, should I buy now or wait, ask yourself, if I wait, what am I doing during that time to put myself in a stronger position? That question changes everything. Most buyers ask, is now a good time to buy? But I think that question is incomplete. A better question is, does buying now make sense for my life, my finances, my timeline, and my long-term goals? Because the market does not matter the same to every person. Someone who plans to live in a home for 10 years should think very differently than someone who may move again in 1 to 2 years. That's why generic advice can be dangerous. Buy now, it's just too simple. Wait is also too simple. The right answer really depends on your actual situation. So if you're a buyer right now, here's how I would think about it. First, get clearer on what your real budget is. Not just what you qualify for, but what you are actually comfortable paying every single month. Second, understand your cash position. Your down payment is one piece, but you also need to think about closing costs, inspections, moving expenses, maintenance, and reserves for after closing. Third, understand your timeline. Is it a short-term move? You need to be more careful. Is it a longer-term move? Short-term market noise may matter less than what you think. Fourth, understand your actual market. The national conversation gives you some context, but real decisions happen in your specific price range, in your specific area, and in your specific situation. And fifth, make sure you're not buying for pressure or waiting because of fear. Both can lead to bad decisions. The goal is not to be rushed. The goal is to be ready. So the biggest mistake buyers are making right now is not simply buying, and it's not simply waiting. The biggest mistake is making a decision without a clear strategy. Waiting, it can be smart. Buying can be smart, but either one can be a mistake if you don't understand your numbers, your goals, your timeline, and all your options. So if you're thinking about buying a home, don't just ask, should I buy now or wait? Ask, what decision puts me in the strongest position long term? Because the market is not something you can control. Your preparation, your clarity, and your strategy is where you have power. And that is how you make a real decision with confidence instead of fear. If this video helped you, make sure to like and subscribe for more practical real estate advice. I'm Spencer with Elevate Realty, and I will see you in the next one.